The name's Paul Gracie. I was born on the streets. My mother, she was addicted to crack. The rock. It's a hard life. My father, he left when I was young. I had to scrounge day by day to even survive. For food, for water, for clothing. I was brought up in a gang. I joined the gang when I was 9. They taught me how to make a living when it didn't work. My mother, she wasn't a big help in my life. I had a hard time living with her, moving from bridge to bridge, town to town. All things were difficult. But as I grew older, I discovered something, the thing called life. Life is something that you gotta grab, you gotta take a hold of and never let go. You gotta experience life to the fullest. I found a guitar on the ground one day, and I just picked it up and started playing it. It sounded cool. It was the best thing I ever heard in my life. Just the sound. It was awesome. People started coming by and listening. I didn't think I was that good. But the thing was, I guess I was pretty good. They started leaving me tips, started leaving me money, so every day I'd go down and sit on the curb and start playing the guitar, and people would come by and listen. And sort of escalated from there. I mean, one day someone in the crowd, they asked me if I wanted to join a band with them. I was probably about 16 at the time. I was like, sure, why not? So I joined this small little garage band, and things kind of went from there, you know, just average garage band style life, you know, just going to my friend's house, doing practice in the garage and things like that. People that were cheering, it was all good, you know. And then one day, some guy in a suit, he came up to me and he started talking to me about my music and stuff, and I was sort of bewildered at the time because he was like a high-class guy, and I was, you know, just scrounging off the streets, you know, didn't really have a place. He said I was too good for the rest of my band and that I should leave them and join this other band he had put together. And I was like, well, okay. I mean, I'd become friends with the people in my band, but I was sort of, my fame was sort of getting to my head, and I thought I could do better. So I was like, alright. So I left my band and went and joined that. And that's when the money started rolling in. Started recording some songs, started... Our band was called Circling the Depth of the Life of Earth and the History of Everything That Was Known to Man. And started making CDs, single tracks, you know, all that kind of stuff. And that's when I started to get into drugs myself. You know, I was getting famous, and you know, and it seemed like the right time. I started doing cocaine, and that was good for a while, but then it led to harder drugs and led to harder falling. And then one day my band members couldn't take it anymore. They kicked me out. It was pretty bad. I hit rock bottom at that point in time. I had nothing left, no money, no place to stay. I was living on the streets again. I didn't have anything. I had my guitar, and that's it, because I bought that with my own money. But the thing was that as I was on the streets, I realized that drugs were not the answer. I figured out what I had to do to get myself back on top again. I discovered something, the thing called life. Life is something that you gotta grab, you gotta take a hold of and never let go. I joined another band, and I brought them to the top, and we did good for a while. You know, we grew old together, and you know, things we sort of drifted apart. I mean, we're getting pretty old, and time to put the band away and stuff like that. I mean, I guess the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that you can accomplish things when you set your mind to it. I mean, drugs, they don't really aid you in your conquest of life, and The thing is, I mean, you just gotta do what you gotta do. I'm Gracie, and I'm a survivor.